When you set a goal, do you worry about getting to the goal or are you more concerned with how you're going to grow towards the goal? This episode is all about goals of for growing, not getting. And it is inspired. I'm just going to give a little shout out to Jill Stanton, who has a new podcast out. It's called Hot, Rich and Free, I think. Oh, sorry, Jill. I can't remember the title of the podcast. She's been a guest on this podcast and I love her stuff. She's really good friends with Amy Porterville, and that's how I found her. And she was talking on her podcast about the fact that Bob Proctor, who I blooming love him, he's had a quote about goals are for getting, no, but goals are for growing, not getting. And I was just so inspired about that because at this point in September, with the business year, the way that I plan for my business, I'm always thinking about the brave dream. Where am I going to be in 12 months and how am I going to get there? But also that I'm okay with if other things happen too, because they must be better, because everything is happening exactly as it should. And I want you to fully trust that, fully trust the process and hold your nerve. So this one is just a little bit of inspiration about the big goals and the brave dreams that we have at this time of the year. Now, before I carry on, if you listened to episode 326 last week, I was supposed to do a reintroduction and I forgot because went on a tangent and I've only just recorded that one. So I've remembered that I can do it in this one. My name is Claire Hill. I am a self-belief and business coach and obviously host of No Rest for the Vivid Business podcast. Now, the difference between me and other business coaches is that I do a lot of business mindset strategy. Having the right mindset for your business requires you to find a strategy that works for you. Now, part of the stuff that I teach is all about creating your warrior energy. So you have your warrior energy toolkit. Also, to have your vision and business planning and all of that in place, having a money making attitude and being focused as fuck. Now, when you combine all of that together, you create unstoppable self belief, which allows you to grow your business, have more joy, have more energy, and be the most vivid version of you. Now, I love helping you make money. Okay. There are going to be episodes. If you're new around here, there will be episodes that will directly support you to make more money for you and your business. But this is a big but. People think the money comes first, then you become your most vivid version of yourself. Or when the money comes, then you get all of this energy and warrior energy into your life and all of the joy. And that is not true. All of the warrior energy and your joy comes first, then the money comes. And that's why everything I teach will always focus on that first. We need to build these foundations. And that is why I'm very different from other business coaches. I haven't met many business coaches like me who are so focused on that mindset and have seen such fantastic results with their clients because of it. There are obviously lots and lots of different steps that you can take in the funnels and the sales engines and the lead magnets and the like LinkedIn, God knows what, or whatever. There's so many things that you can have in place in order to make more money. But if they don't feel good or you don't feel good about who you are and all of that, there's nothing for your self-belief to anchor to. So it's actually pointless. You can very easily grow a business without confidence, because remember that confidence comes when something has been done before. Like confidence comes from repeating a pattern or a habit or an action until you know that you can do it. That's what confidence is. You can run a business without confidence, because let's be honest, every time we're running a business, it's the first time that we're doing anything. But you cannot run a business without self-belief. That is what helps you to get up every morning, because you don't have a boss telling you to get up. You don't have somebody saying to you, if you don't get up, you're going to get the sack. You don't have somebody looking over your shoulder going, you're watching TikTok again. Get off your screen. You're supposed to be resting. You don't have anyone else doing that. You've got to be that person for you. I mean, obviously, if I'm your coach, I'm going to kick you up the bum, but I can't watch you 24/7. There's got to be part of you that is looking after yourself. And that self-belief is what fuels that, because you believe that looking after your future self is the best move. You believe that doing what you want most or taking the action to get to what you want most outweighs what you want right now. And when you believe that, that's when things come together. That is what really makes a great business. That is what helps you to bring the money in that you dream of. All right. So that's my little introduction. I mean, I am very passionate about what I teach. I am all about dimming down that doubt and allowing you the power to rewrite your story. Most of the time, my clients and the people I work with are complete warriors, and there's part of their life that through no fault of their own, has just gone a little bit tits up, but it's made them who they are. And I really believe that there is no failure. Like, failure is completely impossible. You're either winning or you're learning, because this challenge, whatever you're going through right now, okay, maybe you've woken up and today is just one of them shitty wonky days, or maybe you're going through a big season of shitty wonky days and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm telling you now, however shit it is, babe, and I know that sometimes it really, 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 really is a fucking ton of shit. I want you to know that this is making you into the person that you need to become. Every single challenge I've ever faced in my life, and I mean, again, my story is all on my website. If you're new around here, I had a really tough childhood, tough until I was late 20s. All of that toughness that I learned and had to go through has made me into the woman I'm proud to be today. And even though a version of me, a few years ago probably would have loved to have rewritten all of the past and be able to say, oh, I had this wonderful childhood and blah, 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 blah. I can't change any of that because it's made me into the person I'm proud of today. All right. So are you ready? Are you here? Do you want to get a bit vivid with me? Yeah? All right, warrior, let's do this. Oh, and the reason why we say warriors is because business is tough, but so are you. You're a warrior. If you get knocked down, remember who the fuck you are. Be vivid. Be who you really are, because you're a warrior. You can bounce back, even when it feels tough. Okay? And even if sometimes I'm like, oh, I've given up on my business. Well, doesn't mean that you're never going to run a business again. It means that you need to go and, go and learn some things in order for you to become an even better business owner. Before this business, and this is my most successful business, and I'm not going to be quitting this one. Before I had this business, I had 4 other businesses. And every time I was like, right, I'm going to down tools on that one. Okay. I went and got loads more skills, learnt loads more lessons to be able to sit here and teach you really, really, and it is with confidence that my stuff works. So I'm grateful for that. Okay, right, I just need to do a quick time check. 8 minutes. Okay. The rain is still pouring. The old man is snoring because he went to bed a month's end and couldn't get up in the morning. So I'm just looking at my notes about what this episode is about. Oh, I don't remember. Can you tell I'm rusty? Fucking hell. We're talking about goals. Goals are for growing and not for getting. And this is I'm going to just share with you how I feel about goals, right? I set myself an intention for what I want to achieve in a month. And this month I've got a big dream, right? Now, I don't say to myself, I suppose it's a bit of manifestation, but I take the action as well. I believe that if you dream it, it already exists. And the fact that you desire it means it is meant for you. So if I want a £20,000 month, cash month, then I am saying it's done. I just need to move in the direction and the energy to attract that money. Okay. Now, again, I had a very successful August, okay? Very, very successful August. And I chose to believe at the beginning of August, I was going to set that brave dream, that brave goal for August. And I chose to believe that I could achieve it whilst not working very much. And I chose to believe that just being really restful, really mindful, writing loads, reading, being present with my little boy and my husband, doing things for just the joy of life, like really simple things. If you've been around here, like, I just love a cup of tea in the garden. I'm not a flash person. Like, all my clothes are from Vinted, including this lovely shirt that I got for like £3. Because I always, the reason I shop in Vinted, I don't know if anyone else does this. I always think that the clothes, like this is why I rescue plants as well. They need a home, and they're out there being like just shoved in a wardrobe and not loved. And then the clothes come into my world, and I'm like, I'm here, my loves. I'm ready to give you a new life. So I buy loads on Vinted. Um, we buy secondhand furniture. We've just done we upholstered 2 chairs that we got off Facebook Marketplace for £1 each. Got a bargain this week, a Ninja air fryer that had been used twice for £55. Brand new, bloody brand new. So anyway, so that's why I'm not a flash cow. But what I love is I love earning money because I just love money. I love well, basically, I want to just buy people food. Anyway, I digress. I chose to believe that in August, I could achieve my big goal and just believe that it was already done. And I smashed it. But I was very okay with the fact that if I didn't, the growth that I had made in that month was more valuable to me than reaching the financial goal. Because for me to believe that I was there and everything was happening and what I had believed was going to happen had happened, well, I might as well say, I don't know why I'm not telling you what it is. Probably my doubt. I set August to be a 10K month, and I smashed it. And I wanted it to be like, I suppose it was just like um, I just wanted to believe. I chose to believe that if I said it was already done, it was done. And I just had to get into that frequency of the belief that it was possible, even when the evidence was showing me that it wasn't going to happen. And I just thought, right, what is the person, and this is the growing bit, what is the person I need to become in order to make that happen? What does she believe? And I just leant into my future self. My future self believes that if I believe it's going to happen and I'm taking appropriate action, I also believe that all my hard work is going to pay off. It happens. So I lent into that. And the growth that I had, like the writing and the moves and the shifts that I had when I was journaling were amazing. The ideas that I've had for the business, what's coming up in the business. I'm working on an ascension model, which if you're in the Vivid Business Club, is basically the same as pricing ladder, which I'm going to do a whole episode about, by the way. But that sense of my business is a machine and there are certain bits that need tweaking, and I'm so excited about tweaking them. And I am, and it's all working. And it means that there's 2 courses that I had that I'm going to bring together um, that completely serve my dream client. I was like, this is all in my brain. I just need to put it in. But if I don't set those big goals, my brain is not thinking like that. My brain's not going, oh, what are the gaps? Where do I need to be? What do I need to think? What do I need to believe? How do I need to work on my mindset? What's the strategy of my business mindset? What do I need to do for my body? How do I, like, that's one of the things, like the whole of August. And I'm recording this on the 3rd, so I still haven't had a drink. The whole of August and up till Saturday when my best friend gets married, I can say it now because it's already happened, but I'm marrying them. I'm the celebrant. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. By the time you've listened to this, though, it would have happened and I'd probably just cry my eyes out. I've just seen her at the hairdressers and I was like, this is the last time I'm going to see you before the wedding. Anyway, so the big secret is they're already married. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, that was it. So for me to be the future version of myself, I'm like, right, I need to look at my health. I can't have a robust mindset for my business or a robust business mindset if I'm feeling like shit. And in July, beginning of July, I hurt my calf. I was off my feet for ages. I was eating shit. I was drinking gin at the end of the day or beer or whatever because I was like, I'm miserable. So let's have a drink, make things better. My leg wasn't getting better. How can I And it's the same fuel and the energy that goes into your business. How can you expect that your business is going to give you what you need when you don't fuel it with the right energy? It's exactly the same as your body. So I've gone on this like really clean eating, smoothies every day, no alcohol. I feel frigging fantastic, and I'm just at the point now where I can start walking like longer, and I just feel it epic. There's no it's not a coincidence that how I've looked after myself has supported the way that I believe that what is possible for me. And this is for you. Like if you're sitting, going back to like the essence of this business, if you this episode, if you have a goal, who is the person that can make that happen? Are you that person right now? How can you get there? What do you need to do and change and think in order to be that person that makes it happen? That's the work. That's the growing. And that is so much more valuable than getting the goal. And really, when you don't get a goal, it's okay because at the end of the day, you're like, it's either this or something better. I choose to believe that if I don't get this that I want right now, I'm going to be served up something better. And I want you to start looking for the signs that things are working for you. This is why we bank the wins in the Vivid Business Club. I literally, like the last few days, something amazing has happened. I've got loads of green lights. I've had car parking spaces whenever I've need them, right exactly where I wanted them. Like I didn't have a car parking ticket the other day when I forgot my parking. Oh God, there's so many things. Like I got a dress, the dream dress I wanted fitted perfectly for me for this wedding, for the wedding of the whole century. I'm so excited. Like when you go somewhere and you're like, oh, I really need something, and then there's only one left, and then you get it. That's been happening to me. Like little things, little signs that I choose to believe is everything showing me that things are working for me. So I want you to look out for them. I want you to like think, "Ha- if I there was the other thing as well. Sorry, I'm just going to digress because when I was in August thinking about this big goal, I was thinking, right, what if I decide, right, sorry, I'm going to backpedal a little bit. On last Friday, I wanted to make chicken gyros or chicken gyros. Gyros? If you know how to say it, can you send me a voice note saying it, please? Because I'm not quite sure. And I thought to myself, I have decided that I am going to make chicken gyros tonight for dinner. Never made them before. Um, and if you know how to make them, it's like a bit of a different kebabby thing and all that. It's not difficult, but I was like, that's what I'm going to make. And at that point, that was unfamiliar. It didn't exist. But in my head, it already existed because I had decided it was going to happen. Exactly the same as me saying August is a 10K month. Not August is going to be or I want it to be. I said August is a 10K month. The end. And I just chose to believe that if I could decide what I was having for dinner, I could decide what that financial goal was going to be. And everything that has moved in order for that to happen has been epic. And I've grown so much in the last month. This is the thing, like I think what's really important about being a coach like me and the Vivid Business Club, like I've recently just put the price up for the Vivid Business Club again. Well, not again. It was a year ago that I last put it up, but I've put it up to £97 because the amount of growth and resources and um, the what's available and the benefit and the results of members has scaled up the membership. It is calling to people that it didn't call to before because the price was too low. Now we're getting members, and I'm not, to be fair, there are some OG members who are such expansive clients that are just growing with the club. But there have been some members that they just weren't ready for it yet, and that's fine. Like everything's happening exactly as it should. We had a member come back that left and came back recently, which was amazing, and she even said, like, I wasn't ready for it then, I am now, and she's paying the extra because when you know that you're going to get a return on your investment, not only in energy and joy, but money, 97 quid's nothing a month. So, well, obviously it is, 97 quid, but it's the investment into you. This is an investment that makes your money back. Now, on the next week, I've bloody forgotten to say about it, haven't I? Next week, I am hosting Boost again. 3-day event this time. It's £11 and it's all about dimming down your doubts. Actually, I'm going to get the actual, because I've done the website and I've forgotten my tagline. I'm so rusty. This thing. I love September, but you do get a bit rusty. So Boost is a 3-day workshop for women and mums in business ready to move past doubt and imposter syndrome. I'm going to teach you how to overcome what's holding you back, create unstoppable self-belief, and make a plan for your next business goal. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of September to Thursday, the 25th of September. And we're meeting for 1 hour at 1:00 each of those days. You do get replays forever. I also do a little wonderful workbook. 25% of the profits are going to my favourite charity, Winston's Wish, and every space is £11. So 11 quid for 3 days with me. You get a private Telegram group, you get a workbook, you get the replays forever. This is such a boost. And it's amazing what the results were from just 2 days last time. So this is 3 days this year. I'm so excited about it. Go and get your ticket, 11 quid. The sales page is banging. So I'm not going to waste my time talking about it all for you, because the true benefit is it's a really good opportunity to test me out and see what I talk about is true, and see really, can you get results from just 3 hours with me for 11 quid? 11 quid, and 25% of that is going to Winston's Wish anyway. I am the best advert for what I do. I have been where you are in all sorts of different versions. I've been there. I've got the t-shirt. I've got the mug as well. So when I say that this stuff works, and I tell stories about how I used to think and what I used to do, I'm the best advert, babe. So if you fancy spending 3 days with me, get involved. It starts next Tuesday, the 23rd. Okay. Any questions, let me know. It's all going to be all over my social media, I'm sure. I don't know how to finish this episode, so I'm going to say subscribe and follow. It's really annoying. If you're watching on YouTube, right, I get my hair behind my ear and then I move it from behind my ear. And then I get my hair behind my ear and then I move it. Why? And then I wonder why my fringe is greasy. Maybe you resonate. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Subscribe and follow wherever you are. Really grateful for you listening, and I hope that this episode has given you a boost. All right, speak to you soon, babes. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vick.